is the new TEMO 1000 electric outboard. This is equivalent of a 3-horse petrol outboard. It's the same sort of thrust as a 3-horse petrol, same performance. It's an 1100 watt motor. Comes with a slot-in lithium-ion battery, 949 watt hours, and that gives you about 50 minutes of run time at wide open throttle. In the box, you get a magnetic kill cord with a wrist lanyard, a mains charger, and a quick start guide. The TEMO 1000 is fairly lightweight. All in, it weighs, with the battery in, it weighs 16 kilos. The battery weighs 6, so outboard on its own is 10 kilos. It has quite a clever retractable tiller handle. You can operate the motor in the with the tiller handle in both positions. So if you're wanting to go along without using the tiller handle, you can lock the steering by a little lever on the bracket here. What I particularly like about this is the quick release bracket. So this bracket you can leave on the transom and then simply place the motor onto the bracket. We'll look at that later on in the video. This also has 360-degree rotation, so you can pull the prop end of the motor back into the boat if you want to stow it or clean the prop. The outboard can be set in short shaft or long shaft configuration by just adjusting the height of the transom bracket. It's on a rail on the back here. There's 2 Allen screws you can move up and down to get the optimum height, so it'll suit both short shaft and long shaft transoms. Going back to the battery, there's a clever, nice little battery status on top of the battery and a fully waterproof charging point. So you take the battery out of the motor to charge it, and the battery will fully charge from flat in about 5.5 hours using the mains charger. You can also get 12, 24 volt charges if you want to charge it on the vessel. Another feature of this battery is a winter storage mode. So lithium-ion batteries don't like being stored at full charge. They like sort of 50% charge. So what you do with this is you run it down to less than 50%, and then you press and hold a button for 5 seconds, and there'll be a LED flash to indicate that you've set it into winter storage mode. You charge it up to 50%, and then the LEDs go out, and then you can then store it for the winter. So to install the battery, you simply lower it into the unit and then click it down, and that's it. So looking down to the top of the motor, the battery is installed. There's a dimple underneath the tiller handle. That's for the kill cord, magnetic kill cord. Just insert that. And now just deploy the handle. This is the power button, power on button. And the LCD display shows you all the information you need, such as battery capacity, instantaneous power, and runtime. I'll just so we've got 98% left in the battery. We're instantaneous power is 20 watts, and we've got a runtime, remaining runtime of 9 hours and 59 minutes. So the throttle has a definite sort of neutral position. Okay, so we're on the new O2 3.8 metre rib. There's 3 people on board, and we've got the new TEMO 1000 having a first look on the water, and we're going against the current in our usual test spot with 3 people on board on a 3.8 metre dinghy. Are we at full throttle? Now we're throttling up to full throttle. We're all already at 3.1 knots against a tide with 3 people on this 3.8 metre rib. This is the new TEMO 1000. We're on the handle, we're going against the tide, we've done a speed test, and now it's my turn to have a quick go. So you can tell that this has got a lot of grunt on this 3.8 metre. Plenty of grunt against the tide. Very responsive. I'm just going to do a 180 turn, just see how we can turn with this. Oh yeah, that's impressive. Because of the foil form of the outboard leg, it turns really, really well. Yeah, there's lots and lots of power here, lots of power. And this is not a small boat, so 4 knots. 4 knots with the tide against the wind. And on the display, which I'll show you in close up a bit later, shows our battery capacity, our power, and our run time. We've got our expected run time. And it's a very smooth throttle. It's very easy to turn. It's got a nice feel to it. And it turns so well, it really does. Plenty of grunt. So one of the great design features of this is the steerable tiller, which you just lift up and push down, and you can then lift the outboard very simply like that.
Yeah.
And you can turn it to stow it. So the bracket has a anti-lift, so when you're going into reverse you simply lift it up, and in reverse the prop is designed so it gives you maximum reverse thrust as well as forward thrust. So reverse performance is really good.